Hello. Welcome back to Black YouTube Unlocked. So I know a lot of y'all been like, girl, come from behind the black screen. Okay, so I'm from behind the black screen. So I just want to first thank all of my subscribers and all of the people that comment under my video. I really appreciate it. Like I said, my favorite thing about YouTube is talking in the comment section, chit-chatting it up. That's what I love to do. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys who come by and support me. And, y'all been giving me encouraging words when it comes to, the foolishness that's going on in the YouTube streets. But trust and believe. Trust and believe. I'm not fazed by nobody on YouTube, okay? Because in real life, I've been dealing with haters my whole life. So some YouTube shit, it's easy to throw some of these hoes away. You know what I'm saying? They still watching my videos while I done blocked their whole channel. So, it is what it is. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about the whole T.S. Madison situation. Now, this is how I feel about the situation. Okay, first of all, I want to say that I respect all trans people. I'm going to address anybody. It don't even matter if you trans or what. I'm going to address anybody how they want to be addressed, because it's not my place to, go against that. So I'm not down with people who use the wrong terms and all this stuff. I'm not down with that. And, I will say that I respect Michelle. I like Michelle's channel. I enjoy her. And I will say Michelle is one of the few women on YouTube in this sector that I can see myself actually, breaking bread with and hanging out with, because she embodies being a woman. She doesn't shy away from being a straight woman. I find it very odd that a lot of women on YouTube have completely denounced their genetic makeup and are always caping for gay men and trans women and all this stuff, and they're fighting and going back and forth with naturally born women. I just think that is very odd. So, I respect Michelle. I watch her channel. She's come to my channel a few times, left some comments. She shouted me out. I appreciate it all. I love Michelle's channel, and that's what it is. Now we're going to talk about the T.S. Madison situation. I don't think that it has anything to do with, was it a big pad? Was it a small pad? Was it soiled? Was it not soiled? Because we know that it's meant to be soiled. I don't think any of that matters. What I think the issue is, from my perspective, is that T.S. Madison double dipped. Okay? That's what she did. She double dipped. And I'm going to explain what that means. Me being a natural born woman, if I were to grab my phone and get online and say, I was in the ladies' restroom and I just saw the biggest pad ever, that would fall flat. That will fall flat. Nobody would think it was funny. They would think that it was lame. They'll be like, why are you saying this? You are a woman, so what's the point? You know what I'm saying? It would be crickets about this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Now, if a natural born man presenting as a man were to get on his social media and talk about what he saw, whether he was passing the woman's bathroom and saw a big pad, women would be marching in the street. They would be trying to get him fired from his job. They would be calling him, a misogynistic pig. They'll be saying, this is our genetic makeup. We can't control what happens to us every month, But this is where I talk about the double dipping, and this is where it gets confusing, and this is where it becomes such controversy, is when you have a trans woman who's making a joke about women issues. Now it's become a big ordeal, because it's like, we don't want to offend this trans woman and tell her that you have no right, because we want to respect trans people, but at the same time we know that you are a natural born man, so we're offended by what you said. So I think the issue is that T.S. Madison double dipped. You can't double dip out here. If you're going to tell us that you are a woman, then you got to play that role to the best of your ability. And one thing that women don't do, and one thing that women cannot do, is joke about natural women issues. I don't have the liberty to do that. I don't do it because, one, I'm not compelled to do it, because I know what having a menstrual cycle means. That's not nothing that I would ever joke about. And two, it's just out of place. It's not ladylike. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we do. So I think the issue is more so double dipping and teetering the line between the two. You know what I'm saying? Being a natural born man, but presenting as a woman. You know what I'm saying? you know, it can get confusing. It can become controversial like it has become. Now, what I will say is I have been watching T.S. Madison for a while, and I know that that joke was done in bad taste, but I know that it was not done in malice, because if you just watch T.S. Madison and her mother's relationship, I know that she's a lover of women. So I will, you know, be lenient and say that I know that it's not, you know, anything to do with malice. And I respect T.S. Madison because she has apologized, you know, and once somebody apologizes, in my world, it's over. There's nothing else to talk about. She apologized, it's over. And, you know, it's commendable to me that she apologized, because it shows that she cares about her audience. She cares about the people that she offended, whether it was a large number of people or whether it was a small number of people. The apology sufficed for me. You know what I'm saying? So I think that the issue is not, you know, hygiene and was it big, was it small, was it soiled, you know, Michelle hates her. It's none of that, for me at least. You know, I feel like it was a double dipping situation, and that was probably the most, you know, confusing and offensive thing to me. Is like, you know, you guys want us to respect you with the life that you say that you're living and who you want to be. You can't play with that then, you know, because then if we play with it, then it's a problem. But if you play with it, then it's okay. So it's like, it can get very confusing. So if you are a trans woman, play that role to the best of your ability. You know what I'm saying? And I think that T.S. Madison understands, you know, what was done and how some women were affected by it. And, you know, some people don't like apologies. I love apologies, and I love giving apologies, because an apology is just an act of humility. But how you know if an apology is genuine or not is by changed behavior. So, you know, people will watch her and see what comes out of her mouth going forward. But, you know, I don't think that this is such a big deal. I just think that it was a joke that was done in bad taste. And I respect T.S. Madison for apologizing, and I just think that it's donezo, you know? It's over. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.